in August. Really nice to have you with us for this day 7 of this series of live stream videos that are about the idea, the thought, the concept of think big and act small. My name is Tristan White. I'm the founder and chief guide at the Culture is Everything Club, which is a safe online space for leaders of service-based businesses to grow themselves, to grow their teams, and to become the very best leaders they possibly can be. If you are here with me, please say hello, give me a yell in the comments. I'd love to know you're here. Give it a thumbs up. Would love to know if you're here with me. Jeffrey is here. G'day, Jeffrey. Nice to have you with us on a, what day is this? Tuesday morning. I've got a small problem with that comment there. Jeffrey, let me try and fix that so it's comes up a bit bigger. Oops, right, maybe we'll move it down into this spot here. Sorry about that. Jeffrey, nice to have you with us. I appreciate you being here many times. Now, Think Big, Act Small in August is a live streamed series of videos from 8:45 a.m. to 9 a.m. every weekday morning, Monday through Friday. Come along if you are a leader of a team, a leader of a service-based business, someone who's doing your very best to learn, grow, and be the best you can be. Come along, have a chat with me, think about these topics, ideas, thoughts we've got going on, and then get on with your day in the best way possible. Carmel is here as well. G'day, Carmel. Nice to have you sorting out my coffee, says Carmel. Excellent. Let me still having trouble with these comments, but I reckon we'll get them sorted out pretty soon. Carmel, nice to have you here. Hope you enjoy your cuppa. Now, yesterday on this Think Big, Act Small in August series, can't quite get my words right this morning, but we talked about the Olympics. I asked you 2 questions. What did you learn from the Olympics and what did you love from the Olympics? And there's a few people answered. We had a bit of a conversation. Jeffrey talked about the BMX. Carmel, we talked about the high jump. We talked about the pentathlon, a few different sports and ideas that were mentioned. I want to follow up. I want to continue on the conversation from yesterday because there were a couple of great comments and links posted later on after we finished the live. And I think they're really worthy of continuing and thinking through. Now, Matt McEwen, who was here on the replay, he mentioned Cedric Dubler and Ash Maloney working together in the decathlon, the men's decathlon. And I really want to talk about that some more sometime soon. I don't think we'll get to it today, but this idea of empathy and accountability. When do we show empathy? When do we show accountability? Or are they mutually exclusively? Can we fit them together to blend them in the way we connect with other people, connect with our team, and connect with people to get the very best out of ourselves and out of our teammates? So that's an idea that we'll get to another time, probably tomorrow. But what I did want to talk about today is an article that Trevor Young put in the post on LinkedIn. Trev, thank you very much for sharing. And it was about something we did mention. It was about the leadership of Paddy Mills from the Australian Boomers, the Australian men's basketball team. Now, I want to share that article with you. So let me see if I can get this on the screen for us as I click this one here. And there it is. There's the article. Paddy Mills and Boomers Olympic Games triumph provides lessons for Australian leaders. Now, there are 5 tips in this article, and I'm just going to quickly mention them. But the last one is the one I want to talk about. It's about creating a safe space, a trusting space for members of your team, members of your family, members of your friendship group, whatever it might be, your peers, to be vulnerable, share, and grow. And this is what this article gets to at the bottom. But first things first, the Paddy Mills and the Boomers Olympic triumph, and here's some lessons for leaders. Firstly, lead by example. We know about this one. Paddy Mills did an amazing job of scoring heaps of points and leading his team both on and off the court. Lesson 2, surround yourself with the right people and support them. Yeah, absolutely. There's Paddy and Joe Ingles there. Brian Gorgon as well, an important part of that team, the coach. Lesson 3, don't persist with the wrong personnel or the wrong people. We have to be brave. We have to be leaders who make good decisions about engaging people and bring them into our team. We have to also make decisions as to who's going to be on the bench for the gold medal game or the bronze medal game that Brian Gorgon, the coach, had to do here, and it was really quite difficult for him. Now, lesson 4, every team needs someone who relishes the thankless tasks. Yeah, in this basketball game, there were members of the team who were sit on the bench, who were cheering people on, who were playing the hardest defense they possibly could to make great passes so Paddy Mills could score those 42 or 43 points. There was a lot in that one. But this one here, lesson 5, have empathy for those outside the circle. That's the real one that I wanted to get to. And the specific quote down here, it was about Ben Simmons, who's an Australian basketball player who wasn't in the team. He chose not to be part of the Olympic Games. Hopefully he will be in the future. But the bit here that I really liked was, let me just find it for us. We will continue support. Here we go. I and the team will continue to support him because this is a safe space or a safe place. Now, let me come off this screen share for a moment as I come back over here and come back onto this screen here, because I want to talk about safe spaces. I want to talk about how we can create a trusting environment for our team. If you haven't yet got the Next Level Leadership Guide, this is one of the tips and one of the real challenges I see service-based entrepreneurs struggling with, and that is building trust in their team and building a safe space for everyone. The link to download that Next Level Leadership Guide is in the comments of this, in the post of this live stream. But really, creating a safe space is where we build trust, and the way you build trust is to give trust. There's a concept of giving an opening bid of trust and trusting that the other person is going to do the very best they can do with that information, with the level of trust, and maybe people will rise to the occasion to become more and more trustworthy if we trust them with more and more information, more tasks, and set them up for success. So that's my question for today is, how do you do it? How do you create a safe space for the people in your life? Many of us are bordering on the micromanaging control freak, if you will. Don't tell anyone we said that, but we would much prefer to do things ourselves than to empower and trust people with other things to help us along the way. We know that it takes a team. We know that it takes a village. We know that it takes many people to help us to achieve the things we want to achieve in life, at home, and at work as well. But creating a safe space is a really challenging one. That example of Paddy Mills and the Australian Boomers is just one way of doing it, and that is that even if someone is not necessarily in the room or can't hear you, it's still important that you respect them, you show empathy towards them, and you give them an opportunity to open the door and come back into the room and be trustworthy in the future. And that's what Paddy Mills has done with this idea of Ben Simmons. And so the Think Big, Act Small idea for today is, how can you create a more safe space, a more trusting space, a more trusting connection between yourself and other people? Think Big, Act Small is a concept. If you've just joined us, then we're talking about what we've learned and what we love from the Olympics. That's where we started yesterday. We've progressed from there. We're talking about the learnings that Trevor Young sent me in a link yesterday. It's the article that was on screen over here. I'll go back to it so you can see the one I'm talking about. It is this this article here. Paddy Mills and the Boomers provide lessons for Australian leaders. And the concept that we're talking through is creating a safe space, even if people are part of your team, but that you don't feel like they're building trust or they're helping at the moment. I would love you to give this some thought. You can write in the comments if you'd like to. You don't have to. You can just think big about how you can create a more trusting team, more space in your team, and embrace people to be the very best versions of themselves. If you'd like to read a bit more about it, then check out the Next Level Leadership Guide, which I've created. One of the real challenges I see for service-based businesses is for leaders who don't create this safe space and don't give trust so they can get trust. Yes, we've all been burned. Yes, we'll probably be burned in the future and our trust will be broken. It doesn't mean we shouldn't continue to be trustworthy and build trust in each of the relationships in our lives. So the Think Big, Act Small idea for today is, how can we create more trusting spaces, just like Paddy Mills mentioned with Ben Simmons with the Aussie Boomers, and how can we do it in our lives and in our teams? Now, a quick comment here from Karma. I don't want to miss this. I'm not sure I've created safe spaces, although I definitely don't micromanage. Mostly I feel I'm neglecting people by not being there. Carmel, that's an interesting concept, because micromanaging is one side of the equation and abdication or not being available is probably the other end of the equation. In my experience, the best way is to be open and honest with people and say, I haven't been connecting with you as much as I'd like to, but I want you to know that I do care about you. Please fill me in what's happening professionally, what's happening personally, uh, and and just know that I'm just at the end of the phone. Please do call me. I will call you, but please, I would love to hear from you because I trust you to do great work. I also trust you to get in touch with me and fill me in as to what's going on and let me know the challenges that you're solving and or the successes and victories that you're working through. I think there's great opportunity to celebrate successes together and giving people the opportunity and trusting them that no, they're not wasting your time. They can definitely get in touch anytime they like. Is one way to possibly work through that, Carmel. So thanks for sharing. Really important important concept there. And that's about it. That's about it for Think Big, Act Small in August, day 7. Today we're following on from our lessons learned and things we love from the Olympics, and specifically, how do we create more trust and more safe spaces in our work, in our lives, and that's exactly what I work hard to create in the relationships in my life and also in the Culture is Everything Club, which is the safe online space for leaders like you and I to learn the skills, build the confidence, and be supported to become the very best leader they can be. Um, Now, Jeffrey writes in the comments here, I just want to quickly catch this one. We'll pick up the ball and continue to scan the field for the next moves. Jeff, I like it. Jeffrey, I really do like it. You are looking ahead as to what you can possibly do. So well done and thank you very much. Alrighty, my name is Tristan White. This has been Think Big, Act Small in August, day 7. Give it some thought today. How can you think big and to make some progress and act small to then continue on to make more progress in your life? That's it. Jeffrey says, thanks for providing for thought-provoking thought. My name's Tristan White. Take care. Have a great day. Think big, act small. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 8:45 a.m. to 9 a.m. at Melbourne, Australia time. This has been a tricky day of getting my words out. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow.